In the present video, we are going to talk about stress. Okay, now, in terms of physics, whenever we call stress or whenever you hear the word stress, what we mean is that there is some force which is being applied on the body. Okay, and when you apply force on the body, there is a restoring force which is going to be acted on the body by itself. Alright. Now, let's take an example of this particular sponge. Now, when you take a sponge, it's a normal sponge. Now, what we are doing here is that, see, I'm going to compress the sponge here. See, once you compress and if I leave it, see, it's going to come back, correct? It's regaining its position or it's regaining its shape, correct? Now, what's happening here? Once I'm going to apply force here, okay, again, I'm telling you this is the deforming force, because once I apply the force, there is going to be some sort of deformation, correct? This is the deforming force. Now, if I'm going to release it, see, it's going to come back to its original position. In the sense, there is a restoring force by the sponge itself, correct? Now, this restoring force per unit area, that is what we call as stress. Okay, the stress on the body is restoring force per unit area. Now, mathematically, if we have to write, stress is equal to restoring force divided by area. Okay, now this is about the stress, or this is the mathematical form about the stress, correct? Now, by Newton's third law of motion, what do you have? Every action is equal and opposite reaction, correct? That means whatever the deforming force, whatever the applied force you have, that will be equal to the restoring force, correct? That means mathematically, stress can be represented as the applied force divided by area. This is going to be the mathematical formula for stress. Now, the SI unit is Newton per meter square, or what we call as Pascal. Okay, now here the unit area is quite important. Okay, think about it. See, if you take the sponge example, if you are going to apply the force over a complete area, see like this. Now, whatever the stress is being applied on the body is lesser compared to if you just take two fingers and you are going to apply the force over a small area. Here, the stress is more compared to the stress whatever you have here. It's going to be lesser. Okay. Now, SI unit is what? Newton per meter square, or we also call it as Pascal. And this is the dimensional formula for stress. Alright. Now that you have understood stress, let's talk about different types of stress, whatever you have.